Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 21 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 110. That is right. We are now through yet another 10% of our goal towards the next milestone, which is episode 200. Crazy how time flies when you're having fun. So today, originally I was gonna do my rewards for you guys, and then all of a sudden something just popped up and I had an idea for content, so don't hate me, but rewards will be tomorrow, alright? Sorry about that, but today's episode is just as fun because all sorts of stuff is going to happen. If you do enjoy, do me a huge favour and hit the thumbs up button. Shooting for 5,000 likes as always. I know you can make it happen. I've seen you make it happen. So make it happen. And of course, subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. We hit 495,000 boys and girls. Just 5k to go until 500,000. That is mental. So thank you very, very much for that. So a viewer actually tweeted me yesterday and said, Tom, you should play Herrera instead of Gravenberch, because then you could put him at CDM and then actually play Acuna as a box-to-box. I thought, what an interesting idea. And of course, I can bring up João Felix's chem to 10, which will make him ever so slightly a little bit more better than him on 7. Doesn't make too much difference, but, you know, it gives us a chance to do that. So I thought, hey, why not give it a go? I've literally got 2 rivals matches left out of my 30 to potentially go from rank 2 up to rank 1 in my Division 2 rewards, even though we're now sat back in Division 1. So I didn't realise that at the time. I didn't realise that I was actually so close to hitting it. I had a couple of days away from FIFA, and then I came back on and I was still mid rank 2, and rank 1 had hardly gone up. So I thought, you know what? We'll have a little go, see what we come up against, see if we can earn ourselves any points. I needed to get about just over 1,000 from 2 games in order to hopefully sit in rank 1. By the time you're watching this, obviously it will have moved into a new competition, so we'll see exactly tomorrow where I ended up. But as you can see here, in a tough old game, it was 0-0 until the 36th minute, and it wasn't me that went and scored the goal. It was my opponent. So I went down 1-0 at half-time. Super close game. Lots of battles in the midfield. Not many shots to be had. So I thought, you know what, I'll bring Torres off, bring Zaha on. It means we've got a little bit more pace and agility up front. And we've got to try and get back into this game. And then all of a sudden, 3 minutes or 4 minutes into the second half, my opponent just sort of played me off the park and went 2-0 up. And then I was like, oh, I might have just screwed rank 1 for myself. Just didn't see a way back into this match. However, 10 minutes after he scored, Robin does knock it into Acuna, who takes the strike on his weak foot and actually gets the goal. So there's the 1 goal back. Then Zaha ends up getting it through. Lovely ball back to Seedorf. Unfortunately, saved by the goalkeeper. But from the resulting corner, Robin does the classic Lasty corner technique. And somehow, I don't know how. I mean, that ball might have been above his head. And he got his leg up over his head to kick it into the back of the net. And we equalise, literally within a couple of FIFA minutes. And another couple of FIFA minutes went by. And Aouar, the super sub, has knocked in a beautiful ball for João Felix to turn the game around. I'm 3-2 up. A diving header, a beautiful goal. What a comeback. What a turnaround that was. That's one for the books. Now, Robin gets past the defender again here. That, like, LB fake shot is just, like, crazy, crazy useful with him. And then, of course, his left-footed shot. I'm so confident shooting across goal with that. And then João Felix actually makes it 5. So I've gone from being 2-0 down at half-time to getting maximum points. I don't understand how it happened, but something changed with the team, something clicked, and we just were able to get loads of goals. So eventually we end up winning 6-2. He does get through here in the end. Good save from Courtois, and then he hits the post with that shot from point-blank range. Yeah, I think maybe his luck ran out in the end there. So we come away victorious. Now that right there is 950 points. That is nearly enough to bring us up to rank 1 just after the 1 game. We've still got 1 left. So yeah, I did already qualify for the weekend league, just so you know. And these are just pointless points because we'll get 2,000 tomorrow as well anyway, won't we? But yeah, boosts our little skill rating a little bit. And as you can see there, we are now 90 points away from getting into rank 1, which would be like 4 mega packs, 2 rare gold packs, 2 rare mega packs. It would be quite a lot of packs, so hopefully we do finish there. And in the final game of my Rivals week, in this 1 week in Division 2, we come up against, in a Division 1 opponent, Robin, Ronaldinho, Mane, all sorts of like decent players, like a fairly nice and OP team. And it is that 2-star weak foot of Robin which puts me 1-0 down. I mean, like, his shooting is so good that I don't think the 2-star weak foot really makes much of a difference. But we score there with Torres on his weak foot, and my opponent just dashboards or loses connection. I don't know what happened, but I was like, what's that going to do then? Is that going to count? And it just didn't count for anything. Essentially, although we got a draw, we don't get a game added to our 30-game tally, and we don't score points for that one. So we can just go in with 1 match remaining again and see what we come up against. So here we go on Next Gen, heading back into the not the weekend league, into Division Rivals. I come up against, as you can see, this was literally the very first time. I don't really cherry pick. I don't think there is a way to cherry pick anymore. I just go into a game and see what we've come up against. A nice like full special card team, and if the guy's good, obviously we're going to be in trouble. Robin, 20 minutes in, finds his way past, I think, Virgil van Dijk. And then look at that. I don't understand how just running straight when I tried to do a skill move, it didn't do it, worked in my favour. And we play it through to Joao Felix and he scores the goal. So I go 1-0 up. But then some poor defending by me, nicely timed run and great pass there. Ends up getting Aguero through, and Aguero scores because that's what he does best. Unfortunately for him here, he hits the bar. However, Sterling is there to get the rebound. So I go 2-1 down just before half-time. But just before half-time actually happens, there is time for me to work my way back into this game. Acuna into Torres. Torres, great touch and turn into Robin. And you just know that the shot power's there from the Dutchman there. He's going to score, and it's going to give us the equaliser as we go into half-time. All right. So at least if we get a loss here, we've scored 2 goals and we'll get a loss. That's a decent amount of points. That's the worst possible scenario. However, we could score again, win the game, or we could draw the game 2-2, and that would be even more points, which would just be even more safety at this point. I feel safe even by scoring the 2 goals in this game. As long as we get the points for that, I think we're going to be all good. And unfortunately for us, we do go 3-2 down. It's a mistake by me. That ends up losing me the game. I ended up getting Acuna sent off. It wasn't a great end to the game, and I'm not going to lie. 2 games of Rivals, and I was done with FIFA for the day. It felt like, anyway, because that stressed me out. But it didn't really need to stress me out because I'm pretty sure we're safe. I don't think this rank 1 has moved more than like 100 points in the last day. So we're going to be about 240 points over it, with 12 or 13 hours remaining, or whatever it is, maybe 15 or 16 hours remaining at the time of recording this. And at that point in time, I feel like we're probably all right. How long was it? Yeah, 14 hours until the refresh. So this was literally last night. It's at 12,150. I'm at 12,390. So, yeah, 240 points. Let's hope it doesn't move much overnight. I'll be with you, obviously, tomorrow with my rewards, and I'll let you know what we got. If we get rank 1, it means we get lots and lots of packs. EA announced that Team of the Year, like the vote or whatever it is, I don't know, is starting today. So, I don't know when Team of the Year starts, but I am going to open my rewards, and then if we find out some more information about when it actually starts, I might maybe save a few packs, but you guys know I don't typically like to do that because it hinders and stops the content for a little bit. But sometimes a Team of the Year pack open is also quite nice. So the next thing to do on my list here is the Headliners Challenge, and also I got 10 more 81 to 87 upgrades done, so that's what we're going to open now. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of emptied my club out a little bit. I don't have many bronzes and I don't have many golds left. So that could be a problem come Team of the Year, because obviously they normally do a lot of upgrades, and I like to do a lot of upgrades with Team of the Year. So we'll see. I might just need to start rebuilding the club for a couple of weeks. Or will TOTY be done in a couple of weeks? Who knows? May have just screwed myself for Team of the Year. Hey, we could always spend coins to do upgrades, right? We could always use that 300k that we've got at our disposal if we really wanted to try and get a Team of the Year in a pack. Which, you know, hopefully we'll get. We got one last year. First time in a few years, though, that I'd got one. So and it was only Allison. So I wonder what this year will bring for us. We haven't had the craziest of pack luck so far on FIFA 21. However, that is going to somewhat change today. I mean, not right now. You see a winger from PSG and you just somehow hope he changed from a Spanish right wing to a Brazilian left wing. But no boards, and we've basically had 81 so far in these packs. They've been absolutely nowhere near the caliber of when I opened them for yesterday's video, or whenever it was. And no walkout again, no board again. I don't know what was going on, but it was obviously at a peak time where they didn't want to give out some of the boards and walkouts, because this batch was literally so different to the last. But hey, we get a board this time around. No walkout though. We end up getting English left mid from Man United. We finally get a first owner Rashford, baby. I was buzzing with that. I'm not going to lie. I don't think he sells for that much anymore. But that right there is a quality card on this game. And that, if it doesn't go into my starting 11, can definitely go onto my subs bench. Because Rashford is talented. I have had some of my best weekend leagues using Rashford on this game. So I was over the moon with that as it was. You know, I'm just trying to get some fodder. And the only high-rated card we've got so far in these has been not a fodder player. It's been someone that you would use. So hopefully this board here for this one here can actually be fodder. I mean, it turns out it's just an 83 rated. It's just a Jan Vertonghen, I think. Yeah, so it's not great, but maybe it will come in handy. You know, the odd 83 is useful. And then I think the final pack right here ends up being a non-board as well. So they were pretty tragic, apart from getting a Rashford, which I'm over the moon with. So yeah, I don't know what to say about those upgrades. Sometimes they're amazing, and sometimes they're bin tier. But then this Klaiber came out, and I was like, I own Robin. Klaiber looks insane, and there's potential for him to go up in rating if Ajax beat PSV. So I was like, all in, baby. I was like, yeah, fine. Take that fodder that I grabbed in the last episode. I am unlocking Showdown Klaiber because he looks awesome. Even if they lose, right, and he stays as this 85, that is one hell of a right back on this game. I have to say, that is, EA have done a madness with that particular card right there. But hey, we got lucky last time and Acuna went up. So let's hope. I mean, I am Team Ajax through and through at this stage. Come on, the Ajax. Up the Ajax. Let's beat our opponent. Let's beat PSV. Is it PSV or Feyenoord that they're playing? I think it's PSV. And let's get a boosted Klaiber. Would he go to 86 or 87? I think an 85 would go to an 87, wouldn't it? Oh my god. If that was to happen, he would be insane. Right, let's hope that happens for sure. So, obviously now the team's got to change, because we've just got a new player, and he gets a strong link to Robin. So, that's what I wanted to do for the rest of this episode. I went out and bought a Torreira. It was either Torreira or Mendy, and I felt the less sweaty option, and the more fun option would be to get this Torreira in the team. And take a look at what we've done there. So, this is what we're going to go with. Out comes Torres for this weekend league, and in comes, well, Robin, Aouar, Depay. We've got all sorts going on in this team. And once again, it does shape-shift and move around. So I'm going to go with Depay, Felix, and Robin up front. That's spicy right there. Seedorf, Aouar, and Acuna as my centre mids. And then Torreira at left back, Rafa Varane and Marquinhos at centre back, Klaiber at right back. I'm rubbing my hands together at the prospect of this team. Oh, yeah, and then I do change it so that, I mean, we had Felix on 8 and then Seedorf on 7, and then you could just swap that and just have Felix on 7, and then Seedorf goes up to 10, so I just switched that around. That was just a bit of a brain fart from me for a moment there. And obviously, we switched the players around again so that Felix isn't in centre mid and Seedorf's not up front. But I also did take a look at how this squad would line up in like a 4-2-3-1 and a 3-5-2. And as you can see, it's actually like fairly well placed. Not too bad. Lots of potential like moving stuff around in the 4-2-3-1. And then the 3-5-2 as well. When you've got like defensive players in Acuna, Klaiber, Marquinhos, Varane, Torreira and Seedorf. That's 6 players right there, and even Aouar as well to an extent, as maybe like a box-to-box CDM. You could also rep the 3-5-2 if you really wanted to. I'm not so good with it, and I think it moves positions of players and stuff. So we'll stick with the 4-1-2-1-2 and see how we get on with it again this weekend. Hopefully not 14-11 like last weekend. That's got to be my worst performance to date. But yeah, guys, that is the episode for today. Obviously, rewards will now be tomorrow. I'm sorry about that, but I just had this idea, and obviously we got the Klaiber SBC and stuff, so I wanted to get that done. Hopefully you've still enjoyed this one anyway. If you have, do me a huge favour, hit the thumbs up button. We're talking 5,000 likes. That is your goal. That is your aim. Let me know how many of you are now Ajax fans down in the comment section below. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I thank you for that. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links are down below. Come follow me on social media. And I will catch you tomorrow with another episode. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay in lockdown, all of that stuff. Check on your mates, text around, talk to your family. Stay as sane as you possibly can do in this weird time. Have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.